Hello, everyone. Welcome to another video. Um, yeah, let's see what we're gonna play today. And honestly, from the experience I've gained in the past few days, I've now realized, right? There's quite a lot of things that, I wanna yap about. It's like things that I have on my mind, which is like kind of the reason why I started making videos. It's kind of like I guess I don't got oops I don't got a way to rant about, I don't got women friends, and normally I feel like in general, not being sexist, it's just this is how it is, right? Women tend to rant about stuff a lot more than men, and in that way, like, I actually am envious of that in a way, because it's like, sometimes the boys, it's not like that they find it annoying. I just feel like I shouldn't be ranting about a lot of stuff because it might be annoying for them. But anyway, on that note, I was thinking about finding a more simple game today, so I can think properly. Because obviously, to speak and to think while doing something else, double tasking is not completely trivial. So I don't know. This game, it feels very boring to play on video, so I don't think I'm ever gonna play that on video again, unless if you guys say otherwise. So, but anyway, let's see. Okay. There's been quite a lot of fishing games, I have to say, on Roblox for some reason. But this seems, I've never played it before. It seems alright. Seems simple enough. I can take my mind, use a part of my brain to play the game. Oh, is it just a fishing game? It's just another fishing game. Never mind. I'm not playing this. I lied. I am not playing that. Well, anyway, I don't want to sit there and fish, right? There's been 3 different games. This game and the fish, or the German way of writing. I don't want to play another game where I sit there and click and wait to make money. Well, there's kind of a way of gambling, but still, I don't enjoy that much. This seems like a classic AFK game, but I like how it's called Magic Evolution. Sounds more high-tech and complex, but doesn't seem like the case. There's another copy. Same idea, same stuff. Maybe this one will be good. Never mind. Maybe this one. Alright. Very, very fitting for the brand. My name is Tears on Noob, and Oh yeah, I've never told you guys where his name came from. Yeah, have I? Oh, and this game seems pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Alright. Yeah, I think we can try out this game. So we gotta start a new, and then this one is for QN already. Oh, I just oofing. Oof. Classic oof. Oh, we can upgrade him. And what's another way to... Well, let's go to the things I want to talk about, right? I mean, it's very basic. It's just like, I feel like there's been quite a lot of experiences that I've kind of gone through, especially with making videos. And one other thing is like, life is mysterious, you know. And I know I'm like not that old. I'll be real with you. And I don't know how old you guys are. I don't really have a proper audience yet for a proper demographic. But I also don't like this bar on the top. It's really suffocating, it feels like. It feels really suffocating. But anyway. You know, there's this classic saying of the real price, or the real reward, the real treasure is the friends that you made along the way, right? And also the real treasure is the journey that took to get there. And I think to an extent, right? I've always been told this, I've always seen this, and everybody says it. And of course in movies, especially. And I think it's true. But I always think, you know, there's definitely more to it. Because I definitely don't feel like it just really is that simple in a way, you know. Because sometimes maybe you guys have similar experiences, maybe you don't. But friends, not every experience with friends is rewarding in a way, right? Sometimes they can sort of, in a way, make you, right? You guys having fun, you guys play around, and then that way, you guys spend a lot of time playing games or going out, and everything of that sort. But then you had to do homework. You're supposed to do homework or do some assignment, which, since you guys went out or spent that time, you didn't do. And now, you know, you're not very productive. You wasn't very productive, and you know, you really kind of wasted time. That's why I kind of went around. I don't want to say waste that directly, but at the end, it really is like wasting time sometimes. Of course, to an extent, it's positive, right? But it always goes to the point. I mean, at least for me, to the point where there's too much time and it's unproductive. And it's always really hard to control. And that's what I was trying to point at with the saying of, you know, the treasure is the friends that we made along the way. which at a surface level, I think is very true. It's like, you find friends that make the whole experience enjoyable, and for example, if you go climbing or swimming and you find some friends like around there, they will also enjoy the same thing that you'd enjoyed, and kind of, you guys would be able to entertain each other and have more fun than you would have if they weren't there. And yeah, it's really good, right? But now to where I was talking about, if kind of in a sense you go out of this field, you need to go to school, you can't go to swimming, for example, but your friend, if you want to socialize with him, you have to go swimming, and he isn't like in your school or anything like that, so it's overall very taxing for you in a way that it makes your school life a lot harder. And in that sense, when you go deeper, friends are not really the reward, the treasure that you made along the way of the journey. So it's really, I feel, complicated. And now, I did say in the beginning, right, that I still do think this is true. And why is that? I think it's because if you go even deeper, and now, of course, this could just be a loop, and just like, it's bad, it's good, it's bad, it's good, and it stacks up and up. But I think in the beginning, you go on a journey and you make friends, and it's very good. When you go to the second level, they affect your life outside of it, and well, they make the journey fun, but in a way, sometimes you just gotta focus up and work on yourself, right? And they normally get in the way of, and will get in the way of that, and that's where it becomes bad. And that's the second level. And the third level, I think, is honestly something that I haven't fully explored yet. And that's why I can only explain it really briefly as to how, like, I understand currently, right? And what I think in conclusion, at least from all I've experienced currently, what I can say is that I think friends are positive. But in a way, as I have explained, if you make friends around swimming, they will, of course, if he also managed to, like, coincidentally also overlap you in another interest that you have, of course you can also socialize somewhere else. But let's just base it very simply. Let's say your nerd friends at school are not gonna be your sport friends, the people who play sports with you, right? Maybe that's like a way better, that's definitely a way better example. And I think in a way, it just, if you enjoy something, and if you make friends there, then they are definitely positive. And I feel like, right, in a way, there's this socializing speed and socializing efficiency. If you guys understand, sometimes you socialize with some friends a lot easier than others. And I'm sure if you really think about it, it's very true. And in that way, in that sense, I really do feel like it's really important. Well, not really important. It's just really, in a way, right? You should focus on your hobbies. And you should try to find more friends. And find, in a way, it's not very positive and efficient if you get to focus on one thing. And with the more efficient to socialize people, like, let's just say the system of efficiency of socialization, right? If you have more hobbies than and yeah, with this way of socializing, with this efficiency of socializing with others, it's kind of depends on the hobbies that you guys share, right? That you guys have in common. The more that you guys can bond on, the easier it is for you guys to socialize. And in that way, there's very little people who have exactly the same hobbies as you in the world, and will be able to, push you in every single field, right? And like, for you to be satisfied and, productive in every single way when you're hanging out with them. And it's very hypothetical, of course, it's for you to say there definitely are people who you can be like completely bond to, and it's kind of like soulmate, the idea of a soulmate. But I think it's just very limited. Like, on an earth of 80 billion people, there's very low people that really meets the concept of soulmate. So from all this ranting, I think what I wanted to say in general is just what needs to be done. And I think what I'm trying to get through here is just the fact that, I think the quote that I quoted, that the friends, are the real treasures that we made along the journey. I think it really has this deeper meaning, where you really have to identify who, really is from, who really fits, who really came from, I can't find the correct word, but who shares, right? Who shares the same hobbies as you on which occasion? Because if you choose the right the wrong journey. As the example I've given before. With sports, if you made a friend doing sports, you can't mistake it with a friend who is a nerd. And if you do mistake it, it's kind of just, it hurts a friend and also hurts yourself. And I know I'm going like very back and forth, very unclear of really what I'm trying to express, but you know, I haven't really completely figured it out myself, and I think that's the kind of the wonder of living, because in a way we always keep living and keep experiencing, and that's how we discover new things and learn about new things and figure out new things. And yeah, I don't know if anything that I said really made sense to any of you, but I hope it did. I hope it in some way made you think about. I hope you had this feeling before, and in some way I helped you to expand what you had before, because I think it's very important just to think about some things that should be, or how they are and why they are. And that just, what's been on my mind recently. And I think overall, I think it was really important to share with you guys, in my opinion. And of course, it's not just to say you should take some extreme action, like directly. It's just that people don't change, right? You can't change others. The only person you can change is yourself. And if you try to change them, or try to bend them towards you, it's normally gonna hurt them or hurt you. So I think it's just really important to see clearly of what is supposed to be. And sometimes it's just very important. Action is not everything, right? And I think, it's worth thinking. And I think one reason why I want to post this video as well is just, I think it's very cool, right? Now I have this thought, and of course, every day if I make some progress, I can always come back to this video and see this point of me that was at this progress of thinking and of this development and stuff. And definitely will be really cool to look from the future and look at where I was, where I am now, and where I will be in the future. And maybe, honestly, sometimes we are not computers, right? We are not geniuses. So sometimes we may get lost, go on the wrong path. I think this video is really good for maybe for you to just have a different perspective. Because in the future, if you think too much, you might slowly get encased into this shell. That's why I believe. And yeah, this game is quite overly simple, in my opinion. And I don't think I will be playing it in the future. It's just like all of the other games that were overly simple. So I think I'm good. I have no clue what these runes do, by the way. I can't equip anything. Oh, it's right here. Okay. I see. So they just directly give you... Okay. Well, anyway. That's it for me today. I just wanted to rant about some things. And you know what? I think I already got the things I wanted to say. Maybe I'll expand it in the future. Yeah, on that note, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.